Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And last time we breezed through stages 1 and 2. This time things are going to get a little bit more difficult. You can also look at how much time we have. I do not want to take damage from bats right away. They're going to drive me batty. These guys, they crumble into smaller things. The cross just kind of tears through them. Otherwise, you spend a whole bunch of whip slashes on them. Whip slashes? Whip lashes. We have the vampire killer whip. That's okay, there's some... I know where we can get some meat in this cave. That sounds so weird. But it's classic Castlevania gaming. I don't think that's... Yeah, that's not what we want. And this area is kind of neat. There's not a ton of a point to it. To the having those breakable blocks, but it's fun. This game is just fun. Ah, there's our meat. So you see that early damage didn't really matter. I don't want you doing what you're trying to do. I don't want that. I do like the holy water. I think it's a underrated weapon. But how could anything be underrated compared to that? Oh, and now we can throw 2 of them at once. I really gotta be careful of candles that like to be above me. Now there's these falling pillars. The chunks there that fall off, those can also hurt you as well. Just be careful of those. Alright, now we get to the next part. That was kind of the easy thing here. This bridge. And this kind of sombering music. These enemies, I don't think you can kill them. So just kind of watch the fireballs, watch where everything's going. Provided we don't take a bunch of deaths, we're going to max out on hearts. And by a bunch, I mean, you know, 1. Fight enemies from, like, you use your positional advantage whenever you can. Like, we can hit enemies through the, through floors and stuff. I do know there's... Shouldn't even bothering. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Whoa. Barely ducked that in time. In this particular stage, if you fall down anywhere, like there's no scrolling the screen back down. If I fall off of here, it's just instant death. And we can swing back and forth on these. In most instances, you don't really have to do the swinging part. Yeah, there's that knife I don't want. Oh! See, and it's really quickly. This is where... Oh, yeah, that's where we get the cross back. Okay. And notice we have to re-upgrade our whip. It's not as long as what it could be. And our upgrade should be fairly soon here. There we go. And it also sounds a bit different when you do that. Now I kind of need hearts again. I also don't find that I use the sub-weapons, like, too terribly much. Our whip being able to go in, you know, basically any direction we want is usually good. I'm going to ignore that candle. It's just not worth the trouble. Oh, like that's one of those kind of scary looking jumps. Like you'll always basically make the same jump regardless of how much you press the jump button. Watch your head on this jump, because you can get hit by that thing again. Take out the ambush bush. Over there, I feel like that might be a small meat. I don't think it's worth getting. Well, we could jump out there. No, we cannot. We cannot just jump out there. Unless we get closer to the edge. I thought that was going to be like a really easy sort of jump to make. Well, this gives me a chance to do this waterfall again and not take damage. And then I don't have to worry about if that candle's meat or not. Yeah, I told you guys, this is where the game is going to start getting tougher. I have beaten this game a few times before. I did not beat it as a kid. It wasn't until much later when I was actually able to get through this game in its entirety. I also didn't really own it as a kid. We would rent it sometimes from the video store. And that's how I would get to play it. Alright, watch that. Not gonna mess with that. Nope. Maybe it's even a 1-up. I feel like there's supposed to be a 1-up candle somewhere around this. And now we get to, like, the final main section of this stage. Yeah, those merfolk guys will launch water. You've got boxes, crates coming down. We've got the blocks that will crack and fall away if you stand on them too long. And by too long, I mean anything more than like 2 seconds. And we've got the white, I think they're called white dragons. That's what I'm calling them. Kind of a challenging enemy. They take a lot of hits. Okay, that candle is meat. I was doing a slight test run of this game before. So I played through at least the early stages. And like, you know what? I've got a feel for this game again. And I'll go ahead and record it. I kind of want the axe anyways. Here, you do not have to jump. Here, we got to get out of here. Because those guys will knock you off. And, because it's not so much that their water shots deal damage, which they do, because we don't like getting wet. Unless we're standing under a waterfall, then that's fine. But the knockback in this game is something awful. Take care of him from below. Oh, that was the axe I wanted. I don't think I'm getting that. Unless I die off, which is kind of likely. Just ignore these things. This guy can't actually hurt us. He drops a ton of big hearts. You can fight him from below. It's easier to do that if you have the axe. Now, on these stairs, I recommend, because once again, we'll have the same issue. We'll just take a bath here. If we get hit and knocked back down the stairs, we'll just instantly die. There's no scrolling this screen back down. But if you're on the steps, you can't actually be knocked back. You'll just take damage. And there's some candle meat up here. The controls can be somewhat awkward. Jump here and then jump up here. And once again, we have these platforms. If we get knocked into the water, we will just die. Oh. I think I stopped his fire. This can be a kind of tricky boss, and kind of not, because like, they'll just stop at random points and fire. Once you get the one with the triple flame gone, the one that just shoots slightly downwards isn't much of a threat. So yeah, just kind of keep your distance from them, and there you go. Well, with that, I will see you guys next time. We'll do stage 4 and 5 together, because 5 isn't really much of a stage.